Hola, good evening. How are you? I'm trusting that everybody is safe in wherever respective places where you are, and to welcome you to my channel. During this episode, for today, we are going to review the book that is written by Mark Manson. He has written so many books, but for this particular one, Red is Bold. I tell you, this is what we're going to review. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That is a counterintuitive approach to living a good life. I just like how this writer writes. If I were to accord him a personality, which personality would I give him? Is he a red? Is he a blue? Is he a yellow? Is he a green? I think he's more of choleric. That is a red. He writes the most difficult stuff that people are not willing to hear. He's able to address how you're able to transform your life, how you can just care about yourself, how you're going to try your trajectory to the next step, like without like minding what the other people say. So basically this person is not that is relation oriented, is more about task oriented. So that's why I find his book to so much relate with me. Has talked about resilience, has talked about happiness and freedom, also coming from what we care about, and also what we also don't care about. Take it this way: there are things which you care about and there are others which you don't care about. So the title, from the understanding of it, what it says, like it's not every that thing that deserves your energy. You have to decide on what you need to give a fuck and what not to give a fuck. Because if you give so many fucks about that is about very mundane things, you're going to get tired by the end of the day. So rather than settling on the trivial things to give a fuck about, why don't you pick on the big things which are maybe able to change your life, and give a fuck about that? Who cares about what you dressed? That shouldn't be any of your concern. That should be the concern of the other people. So why should you give a fuck about that? Why should you give a fuck about what other people think? I'm sorry for using the word, but that is exactly what the user is using while writing this book. So when the other was writing this book, the other does not say do not have an emotion. We are not asking people to be a psychopath, no, because psychopath, you find they do not show any emotions towards life. They are not affected. No, we are not asking you to be indifferent from the rest of people. We are asking you to feel, but choose what you're going to feel. Because by the end of the day, if you're going to care about so many things, you're going to give a lot of your energy into things which are not necessary. And remember, when you were reviewing Ikigai, we said we need most of our energy. We need most of our energy to go to our brain, for us to be able to think, for us to be able to operate our lives. So for us to be able to transform our lives in a positive manner, we need to be able to choose what do we care about, and also what is most important, like what also are we not going to care about, because we cannot care about everything. It's a world, everything is moving so fast. New people are getting born, there's technology, everybody has different ideologies. So what are you going to care about? So that is what we are saying. We're not asking you to be different. No, we want you to feel every step, but choose on what you're going to feel and where you're going to base your energy on. That is specifically. Don't be different. Don't be a psychopath. That is very important for us to note. So, sorry. So I just want us to be clear. There's nothing admirable like confident about indifference. People are indifferent, lame. You find they are scared. They give the internet trolls, and I would also say the couch potatoes. In fact, different people often attempt to be indifferent. I'm recording a video, please sit on that side. Sorry for that. Yeah, you find they attempt to be indifferent because in reality they give way too many facts, and we've said there are not so many to give. We only have limited. So that's why you're saying, like, we don't want to be that. They give a fuck about what everyone thinks about their hair, so they never bother about actually washing or comping it, because either way people are always still going to discuss. They're always going to talk. They want to give a fuck about everyone thinks of the ideas. So they hide behind sarcasm and self-righteous snacks. Snack, not snack. They're afraid to let anyone get close to them. So they imagine themselves to be kind of special, unique snowflake, who has problems that nobody else would ever understand. But we all have problems in our different capabilities or like capacities. Different people, you find they're also afraid of the world and the repercussions of their own choices. So, cause if you're afraid of your own choices, that means by the end of the day you're not going to make any meaningful choices. They hide in gray, emotionless pit of their own making, self-absorbed, and they are also self-pitying, perpetually distracting themselves from this unfortunate thing demanding their time and energy called life. You see, it's a lot being indifferent. Because he is naked truth about life anyway. There's no such thing as not giving a fuck. Imagine there's none. Hear it clearly from me. There is no such thing as not giving a fuck. You always have to give a fuck about something. It doesn't matter if you want to, but life has to force you to give a fuck about something. You always have to give a fuck about something. It's part of our biology to always care about something, and therefore to always give a fuck. We always have to care about something. It's how we are made. We are emotional beings. We always have to give a fuck about something. It's not for our choosing. It's by our biology that we became that way. So the question is, that is the major question. What do we give a fuck about? What are we choosing to give a fuck about? Because what do we give a fuck about? Then what are we choosing to give a fuck about? Because we always have a choice. There's always a decision to be made. How about can we not give a fuck about that which matters most to our life? Is that even possible? Just think about it. But what I've said is, we always have to give a fuck about something. It's our biology. That's how we are made. We can't choose about that. So we always have to. But no, here comes now the major challenge. What do we choose to give a fuck about? That is Mark Manson talking to us. So what I was trying to say is, so the subtlety thing about not giving a fuck is that we're able to move mountains. That means we do not care about adversity. That is adversity in the face of our goals. We don't have to care about pissing some people off to do what feels is right, or that which is important, or that which is noble. And I read somewhere in the book whereby Mark is it's a person who would write about himself in the third person, because he felt it's right to do so anyway. So he doesn't give a fuck about what the rest would think. Right there, listen. Here is one of the hardest truths about life. I'll tell you a sneaky little truth about life. You can't be important and have life-changing presence for some people without also being a joke and embarrassment to others. Some will be okay, others will not be okay with that. So that is also, it's just the truth about life. We can't change that. You just can't. You can't change. Because there's no such thing as lack of adversity. If there were no adversities in this life, then what would even be the essence of being alive? Because that would mean having goals would be not important. Would just be living, like eating and drinking and either waiting to die. What would be fun about that? Think about it. Anything fun about that? Personally, I don't see anything fun about it. And that's even apart from that, such kind of life does not exist. Not on this earth, not in this world. It does not exist. No matter where you go, there you are. I think that is a saying, boy. I don't remember by you, but there's such a saying in life. No matter where you go, there you are. With this, like, the problems could be different, but anyway, there are of course other adversities that you need to face, that you need to address, that you need to challenge.